Lately, I've had many clients asking me to describe what is mental health. Simply put, there is no health without mental health. Mental and physical health are intrinsically linked and are both essential for positive well-being. But there is a huge disparity and imbalance in between how we view and talk about physical health and how we view and talk about mental health. When you consider that you're more likely to meet someone who's having thoughts of suicide than you are someone having a heart attack, and that 1 in 6 people report experiencing common mental health problems such as anxiety and depression in any given week, I think this helps to give you a sense of that imbalance and the imbalance of how we view physical and mental health and the need to really address that balance because mental health and mental ill health is a real thing, and it's something that we really need to look out for and look after in much the same way as have physical health. Sadly, people tend not to reach out for the help and the support that they need when they're experiencing poor mental health due to the stigma and discrimination that sadly very much still exists around mental health. The World Health Organization defines mental health, I like this definition, as a state of well-being in which every individual realizes his or her own potential, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to her or his community. I believe that everyone very much has a right to live their life in that way. There is also a common misconception that poor mental health only applies to people who have a diagnosable mental illness. People who have a diagnosable mental illness can live with positive mental health with the right support. But in fact, there are many people, and I suspect in this time during this pandemic, many people who do not have a diagnosis of poor mental health, yet are very much experiencing the signs and symptoms of poor mental health. And sadly, again, are not accessing, reaching out, seeking support to address that because of the fear of the stigma and discrimination around that. Which is a real shame because early intervention is absolutely key to promote good recovery and have a positive outcome and live with positive mental well-being. Early intervention is absolutely key. So it's really important that people do access and feel safe to access services, feel safe to reach out to family, friends and colleagues. So it's really good that we continue. There's a real wave, I think, around mental health at the moment, a real mental health revolution. And I think it's really great if we can all begin to try and have some open, honest, non-judgmental conversations to normalise mental ill health. So that people feel more able, we can smash those barriers, smash that stigma, so people feel more able to access the help that they need. And also really importantly for everybody to become more aware of their own mental ill health, to take some ownership of that, become more aware of the signs and symptoms of mental health and what their triggers are, to access help much sooner. So if you'd like to know more about the mental health training that I offer here at the Mind Hub, feel free to get in touch or visit my website on www.themindhub.co.uk. Thank you for listening.